Alright, hello. This video is going to go over some commonly missed ones from the ACT quizzes that we've taken already. I just went back and looked at whatever the percentages were low. I want to give you some feedback, make sure you could make some sense of what's going on. This first one I think we maybe talked a little bit about in class, but we have to write it in this form where you have A, B, and C. And so basically to do that, you have to FOIL. So if you look at this little square here, it means we have two of those. So write two little binomials and then just do your FOIL process. If we do that real quick, multiply those 4x squared minus 6x minus another 6x and then plus 9. Okay, and so if we clean that up, we have 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. And now just add together A, B, C. So here's A, there's B, there's C. So if we do A plus B plus C, I think that all comes out to be 1. Get the letter C. Again, these are ones we've already done in class, just they were commonly missed. I wanted to give you some feedback to let you know how to do them because many students were unsure the first time through. All right, here's another one, two solutions. So the reason we know this has two solutions, remember from earlier chapter, is the exponent. Right? If it's an x squared, it's going to have two total answers. And a way to solve an x squared, right, there's a bunch of ways. You can do the quad formula, which would be kind of long. You can factor, which is what I'm going to do here, because it's factor. You can do that graph method, which is actually a pretty powerful method too, if you remember how to do it. You just plot it, and then wherever it crosses on the x-axis, wherever your x-intercept points are, those are your two solutions. All right, and sometimes you can do the algebra steps, but that's only if you have x squared. If you have x squared and x, you got to do one of the other methods. All right, so for this particular one, if we factor, it has to add up to that minus 12. Sorry, multiply to minus 12 and add up to 1. And so it's going to be 4 and 3, where I think if the 3 is negative, then it'll add up to positive 1. So this thing will factor to x plus 4 times x minus 3. Okay, and so we keep it equal to 0. And now that we have it factored, you just set each little factor to 0. So x plus 4, x minus 3 equals 0. And that'll get you your two answers of minus 4 and positive 3. All right, and so I think to make it so that you can't guess and check, they do weird things like they say, okay, what is the sum of them? So the sum would be just add those two together, and your sum minus 1. Okay, so next one is commonly missed. We've got a right triangle. Measure angle B is exactly 90. So I'm going to try and draw this triangle as best I can. It's actually not too bad. And we know that B is exactly 90. And we know that measure A is greater than 43. So this one is bigger than 43. And so what do we know about C? So if we have angle C up here, right? So they always have to add up to 90. And since B is already they have to add up to 180. And since B is 90, then A and C, so A and C together have to equal 90 more, right, to get 180 total. And so we know that A is more than 43. So we know that it's more than 43. And so what do we have left over? So if we minus off the 43 here, then we have 47 left over. But this is more than, or at least, no, it's greater than 43. So then this one must be less than 47. Right? If this one's more than 43, then this one must be less than 47. Okay, so we have, all right, so in this one, I would just go step by step and read through it. So we have an integer n is added to 4. So you could just say, well, the integer n gets added to 4. That sum is multiplied by 8. So then the whole thing, right, the whole sum has to be multiplied by 8. This result, so this total here, is 10 less than twice the original number. So it's going to be 10 less than, so we have to minus 10, then twice the original number. So twice the original number would just be 2 times n. So basically that whole statement is equal to No, this result, yeah, is, so it is going to be equal because this result is 10 less than twice the number. So we would have an equal sign there. And that would give you statement G. Okay, I think this is our last one here. So museum offers 2-hour guided tours. For groups of fewer than 25 people, the cost is $9.25 per person. For groups of 25 or more, the cost is $8.50 a person. The 27 people on the 9 a.m. tour each paid $9.25, so they paid the higher rate. What is the total refund the museum owes the group? So there was 27 people, each of them paid $9.25, but they each should have only paid $8.50 because they had more than 25 people. So there's a bunch of ways to do this. I guess the way I would look at it is each person got overcharged 75 cents. So if we do $9.25 minus $8.50, they should have gotten charged 75 cents less, and then just take that 75 cents times the 27 people that were there, and that'll get you your answer. All right, so letter J. Sorry about the poor circling there. That should be letter J. This would be $20.25. All right, that's your first video, and you just go on to the next step in the folder. All these things will help you be ready for the ACT. So the more time you're able to put into this, the better the ACT will go on next Tuesday. All right, thank you.